and WAOK.
News and Talk 1380, WAOK. Call us at 404-892-2703 on News and Talk 1380, WAOK.
Welcome back to the Mo Ivory Show here on News and Talk 1380 WAOK on this Tuesday at 10:53 a.m. APS board approves the cuts to nearly 500. That includes 230 teachers, 90 custodians, 14 bus drivers, and transportation staffers. And we're just talking about what that means, what this will lead to: overcrowded classrooms. Do you think that the facilities will suffer, less transportation? I mean, what does that give you any more confidence in APS? If you have a child in APS, does it concern you? Teachers will not receive any raises or cost of living increases and will have to take 2 furlough days. What kind of morale will teachers have coming back into APS? Is it just a job for them? And is that who you want teaching your child? Somebody who just does it because it's their job, not because they have a love of teaching. How could you love an environment like that, though? I mean, that constant change, no increases, lack of resources. I mean, I don't know anybody. I don't know people. That's why they wonder why people say teaching is like their second option. Well, I could always teach. That's not good. 404-892-2703. We're also talking about a new Tennessee law that aims to curb teaching gateway sexual activity. What does that mean? Gateway sexual activity. Well, it refers to the touching of certain gateway body parts, genitals, buttocks, breasts, inner thigh. They don't want that kind of discussion in any more schools in Tennessee, and a bill was passed to stop it. Under the law, Tennessee teachers could be disciplined, and speakers from outside organizations like Planned Parenthood, for example, could face fines of up to $500 for promoting or condoning gateway sexual activities. Listen, what is this? It's an abstinence-based approach to sexual education in Tennessee. So you can promote abstinence, but can you stop everyone from having sex in high school? Just say no. Just say no. Did you know that the teen birth rate in Tennessee is the 7th highest? And they have the 11th highest HIV infection rate in the nation. I don't know if now is the time to stop teaching students about safe sex or pregnancy prevention in Tennessee with those kind of numbers. Or do you think that it's a way to get kids back to a base, a core, value system, an abstinence-based approach? 404, it could come. I mean, this could spread. It's Tennessee. It could spread to Georgia. It could happen here. It could happen in all of, it could be a new movement back to the basics of some moral teaching around sexual behavior. Is that even possible in 2012? 404-892-2703. Todd, good morning.
Hey, Mo, I want to address questions that you asked probably about 20 minutes back.
Sure.
But while I was on hold, you made the comment that teachers are underpaid. That's grossly incorrect. Teachers are not underpaid, especially not in the Atlanta public school system. There's nothing that you can point to prove that. However, moving forward, in reference to how it makes me feel about the layoffs or the cuts rather in employment, it doesn't really make me feel anyway, but because I understand it. To the degree that I find it justified will depend on the individual people and why they were cut. Like some of those people were in a pending state to where they were going to get cut and laid off anyway because of weak performance. What I think will be fair in reference to the janitors especially and the bus drivers is that the school system work out an arrangement with the contractors that although these people will not be employed by APS anymore, we will not accept you as a contractor if you do not employ them to some degree, being the ones that are a very good capability and application of those capabilities. And that would be fair. And if you take in consideration that government jobs don't feed the economy as well as private industry jobs, that gives a little bit of insight as to why the school system's action may be very well supported in the communities that the school systems are. And in addition to that, it might also be worth, your time for your broadcast to maybe bring in that janitor that you referenced that said they had been working for 23 years and didn't understand why they were cutting people at the top. Because I know they cut people at the bottom like janitors because it's easier to get them employed without the stipulations that they have to meet by hiring the higher up ranking employees of the school system. So would you do that?
Sure.
Would you be open to bringing that janitor in?
Todd, I already called and tried to reach that janitor, and she was not available today. So I already did that. Thank you for that suggestion on your executive producing skills. So I really do appreciate that. And I definitely want to get comment from APS on that. Already put the call in to get comment on that as well. But it is a timely story right now, and that's why I'm talking about it today. But I can definitely follow up and bring some folks in to give the reasoning behind it. I more want to do that as the hearings begin next week. So I plan on going to the hearings and bringing more information about the discussions that happen on the hearings about these pending cuts, which go to vote June 4th. So I'll get all those folks in to get all the answers for you. You just keep on listening. All right, Todd, thank you so much. News and Talk, 1380 WAOK, 404-892-2703. We'll take one more. Mitchell, how are you?
Hey, Mo, how you doing?
Good.
That is so fantastic. Hey, this is for Saba. Saba, I'm a heterosexual male. I've been married for 21 years. I have not touched another woman in 23 years. And I am for people living and let living. Mo, it is absolutely repulsive what's happening to our local school system here. I just went to my daughter's school yesterday, and I told her headmistress, I am sick and tired of paying. But, Mo, what other option do I have? When you're talking about lack of motivation in our school system, I have several friends of mine who are school teachers. They tell me they spend $300-400 out of their own pocket
every time. And I don't know any one school teacher that you would ask that wouldn't say that they think they're underpaid. Todd said no teachers are underpaid. Are you kidding me? You know how many teachers work ridiculous hours? They have to pay for stuff and supplies out of their own pockets.
Their own pocket. And Mo, and let me tell you something. The motivation of becoming a teacher, you're not going to be a multimillionaire.
That's right.
I'm a teacher. But no support, and you're cutting all the. But I'm going to tell you, I own a company. It is expensive.
Mitchell, let me ask you to hold on a second, and I'll come back and take your comments after the break. Don't go anywhere. 404-892-2703. It's News and Talk 1380 WAOK.
News and Talk 1380 WAOK.
This park near downtown Tampa, Florida. The company is explaining to stockholders that